What's up, baby? It's Max here. You are listening to Star FM. It's all for you. Basta Radio Bombo.
Good morning, Star Nation. We are back for a new episode of Star FM exclusive. My name is Star DJ Gabby, and I'm just so excited to introduce our guest for the show. And I know you know him because if you've started off watching YouTube covers, you've definitely seen his viral collaborations with amazing singers. And from that, he has achieved incredible milestones in the music industry, especially through his 2016 Lights Down Low single, which went double platinum in the US. And right now, he has recently released his sophomore album, Color Vision, which features his incredible collaboration with Suga of BTS. Wow, let's find out more about this latest release. And of course, we'll get to know him a little bit more. Of course, exclusive on Star FM, please welcome multi-platinum recording artist Max. Hello, Max. This is DJ Gabby, and welcome to Star FM. Hi.
Thank you for having me. So nice to be here. What a wonderful intro, and I'm delighted to talk to you. It's awesome.
Of course, we are so glad to have you on the show, and I'm sure a lot of your fans are happy to see you too. And I believe you're in Los Angeles right now. How are you doing in LA, Max?
I'm doing well. I've been, the weather's pretty great. I'm surrounded by my family. My mother-in-law's in town making delicious meals, getting ready for this baby to come into the world. So I can't complain. It's always smelling good in the house. It's good.
Yeah, of course, that's great to hear. And of course, welcome back to the Philippines, even virtually, you know.
Salamat.
Yeah, and you were here for the first time. I think that was around 2016 to perform with friends like Sam Shui, Leroy Sanchez, Kurt Schneider, and at Sunset. I mean, it's been 4 years, but we're going to be talking about that experience more in just a while. Of course, first of all, you mentioned congratulations because Max is going to be a dad very soon. I mean, that's so exciting. It must be such an amazing year with all these blessings in your career and in your family, even during this time of crisis, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've much like I'm sure everybody felt when everything started in the world, all of our plans that we'd been working so hard on are just, they fall to the wayside. And my new phrase is God laughs at your plans. So just, be open to the universe and be ready for whatever. And honestly, it's been the greatest surprise. This baby girl was, brought into the world the first week of our quarantine here in the States. And that's been my entire quarantine. And this album, its collaboration with Suga, it's been such a beautiful ride. And I'm really grateful to have so much joy and positivity in a time which I didn't expect.
Okay, so we are very happy for you, Max, and of course, congratulations once again. Okay, now before we talk about this album of yours, Color Vision, and of course this beautiful song, Blueberry Eyes with Suga from BTS, we're gonna be having a bit of a look back on your career. So we're
Ooh,
gonna be talking about the beginnings. Of course,
yes.
you've done Broadway, YouTube, and even Nickelodeon, right? I mean, not only do you sing, play instruments, but you've also done acting, which is amazing. So can you tell us more about these experiences?
Yeah, I grew up in Hell's Kitchen, New York City. So I really was introduced to music via musical theater and seeing shows as a kid, reenacting them on my living room table in my underwear, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, all that cute stuff. And so to have my first professional gig ever be on Broadway was, a dream come true at the time. And the talent that was a part of that show, 13, was amazing. I got to be Ariana Grande was in the show with me and Liz Gillies and so many amazing people that have gone on to do such cool stuff. So it's great to root for them. And yeah, and then I did some other acting stuff. I did like Law and Order and all that kind of stuff in New York that people do. And then Nickelodeon, I walked in, I had my little ukulele, and they told me, don't bring it. It's a hip hop musical. Like, they don't want your ukulele. And I was like, I'm gonna bring it anyway. So I went to the audition, bring the ukulele, and they wrote the ukulele into the entire movie. And it was so cool to be a part of Rags. And Kiki is still such a great friend to this day. And so all those things definitely stick with me, and I love getting to befriend these people along the way and watch their careers grow and vice versa. And now I get to just do my own music, which has always been my greatest dream. So it's wonderful to have done those things, but also get to do what I love the most now.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of people also know you through YouTube. And I was
Of
actually
course.
checking out your first or the first uploaded video on your YouTube channel. It's you singing an original song called Smile, and you were playing the piano. Do you
Yes, girl,
remember?
you better work, Gabby.
Do you remember that time when you were filming that?
I think you're the first person to ever ask me about that, which is so cool. You are such a real one. I love it. I do. I remember it to the point where, you know, you're on your photo booth on your laptop and it's filming the opposite, it's filming the mirror image, and people thought that I played the piano the opposite way and all these different things. But yeah, I was just in my bedroom growing up in New York. I would make those little covers on YouTube. That was my first dip into the YouTube world. And then, you know, when I met Kurt, when I moved out to Los Angeles, you know, he really changed my whole world. And obviously we have the same last name. For those who don't know, we're not related, but everybody thinks we're actually brothers and we like to confuse people. But I met him and he changed my whole world. He taught me the power of, you know, controlling your own destiny, making your own videos, learning how it all works with, you know, videos and content. And so many videos have been filmed in my parents' house that I'm sure people have seen, and the medleys and all these different things. So it's been a wonderful ride to have those things still be things that I use to this day, learning, knowing how to direct a video, knowing all the pieces that go into it. That came from YouTube, and that's the beautiful thing about YouTube. So I love my YouTube fam.
Yeah, and I mean, you have like 100 videos on your YouTube channel, and I've watched most of your collaborations with Kurt, with a lot of artists like Madeline, and all these incredibly talented artists. But I mean, how your music and content has evolved through the years is so inspiring to witness. And we're looking back on all these humble beginnings because it's incredible to see how successful you are right now. Of course, your latest album just went out, and it features a collaboration with Suga of BTS. So, of course, tell us more about this and how did this all became possible?
Honestly, it just came organically, and that I've definitely learned in my career in life is the key goal and the key moment for anything is making sure that it's organic and it comes from that real place, because it'll transcend everything else. It'll be a part of the music. And with Suga and I, that's how it started. We met in Korea, first time performing there after years of giving love to each other's music online back and forth, and getting to meet for that first time and just, you know, having it click. It was just a spark of, this is somebody you're meant to be friends with and meant to create work with in music. And in that first meeting, he asked me, I had no expectations. He said, I have a song on my August D project. I would really love for you to sing it. And it was just a mind blowing moment. It was just like, oh my God, yeah, I'm in, whatever you want me to sing. And so we went back and forth, and I got to be a part of Burn It for August D. And of course, I love when I get to work with somebody, I always say, well, if I'm working with you, I would love you to work on my thing too. And then I think the fans will be even more excited. So send him the whole album. He decided Blueberry Eyes with the song, and it has been the most incredible wave to just ride and enjoy with him. So thank you to everybody who's been listening to it.
Yeah, and of course, Blueberry Eyes is such an amazing song. And another fun thing about this is you actually had to learn the Korean lyrics of the song, and your wife too, which we saw in the music video. What was the experience like of having to learn a new language for a song that I believe was written for your wife, right?
Yeah, it was written for her, and it was so much fun. You know, I had the best time getting to, I always love just coming up with the crazy idea. You have the dream idea and you say, can we pull it off? You know, that's always the best moment, when you have the idea and then you say, how are we going to actually do it? And when we had the idea of, okay, well, Suga can't be in the video, how can we represent him and his soul and his spirit and do it justice? And it felt like, you know, learning the Korean was the only way to go. So when we had that moment, we said, well, now we're gonna have to actually do it. So she had a friend from college who spoke Korean and English. She sent us all the breakdowns of the lyrics in English, and we had so many wonderful friends help us actually learn it. And it was like homework. We just did it every night, learned one new line, try to get the pronunciation right, add it each night. And then finally it was the shoot day. And it was literally that day that we had finished learning it all. We timed it perfectly. And now it's our little language. We're like, we're just looking at each other, and I'm working on a full Korean version. So I'm excited to just keep expanding it and hopefully learn the language through this song. This is the catalyst for me to learn the full new language.
Yeah, and as I mentioned a while ago, this is such a great song. You did it so well. I mean, the Korean lyrics, yeah, you did it so well. And
Thank you.
that's why, of course, fans and non-fans, which I believe now are fans, are have kept requesting for this song on radio and on different charts, which is amazing. But can you also share more about the other songs on the album? And aside from Blueberry Eyes, what's another favorite of yours?
Oh, Love Me Less is definitely one of my favorites on the album. And I think, you know, that everything interconnects. And that was actually the song that Suga discovered first, which ended up, you know, leading to us working together. So that was a really special song for me. And it really, you know, kickstarted the full album. I started this album the whole yellow theme and everything of that sort with a song called New Life. It was right after I had this vocal surgery, and it was my first song back singing again. And so that really, jump started the finding the colors of my own world and bringing the joy back into my life where I had lost it through a trauma. And then, all the rest of the songs came to life. But Love Me Less was one that the initial idea was in my pocket for like 2 years before, that vocal surgery and all that stuff happened. And it all worked out because it all fit together so in such a universe way. So between that song, Color Vision, and New Life, I have so many favorites on this album. It's hard to choose, but Love Me Less definitely started it all.
Yeah, that's a great song too. And we're just so happy of your new accomplishment. And I'm sure this is such a treat for your fans and also for your Filipino fans. And speaking of which, you were here in 2016 for the first time. And of course, we're hoping to see you again once this pandemic is over. So what can you say about the Filipino fans and what makes them special when it comes to the amount of support that they are giving you?
Oh, they're unlike any fans in the world. There's a next level appreciation for music and the connective tissue that music brings to a culture. There's just so much love. And just from that one trip, I remember just the fans in the lobby every day. There's just so much appreciation for every lyric. It's like you even talking right now, knowing, all my past and stuff. It's such an honor that you spent the time learning all that or knowing that. It's just, that's the kind of energy there is in the Philippines. And that is not always the case in other places in the world. And I love that soul is so apparent. So I have so much love for the Filipino fans. Salamat always.
Of course, and we love you here in the Philippines. The Filipinos love you, Max. By the way, speaking of those things, of course, I just need to share. This to you. I mean, can I just say that this is true? Okay, my current and probably for around like 2 years now, my current ringtone is the song "Still New York" by
Yes,
you.
girl, you better
Of
work,
course,
Gabby. I
yes,
love it.
I love that song. I mean, I think I found that song on Spotify 2 years ago on the Top Hits Philippines playlist, and I was like, this is such an amazing song. So up until now, I've been using that whenever someone calls me. That song will play. That's such an amazing song. I mean, yeah, it's one of my favorites. Amazing song. Yeah, can I ask you about the inspiration behind that song? Because yeah, it's my favorite.
Of course, I'm so honored. That's the coolest. Nobody said that to me before. That's so cool. That was your ringtone. And yeah, as I said, I'm from New York, and I rarely get to be there. I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm gonna have my baby girl here, and where you're from, your roots are so important, and saying that that's a part of your energy, your being, your soul. That's what still New York is to me. I'm always in New York. I'm still in New York, whether I'm in the Philippines, whether I'm in LA. And it's been amazing to have people care about that song. I love it. One of my favorite stories is I've gotten to do some shows for the military, for the people that serve the military in the US. And I got to do one in Japan. And I get there, and one of the generals, he comes up to me and goes, "I'm New York, baby. I'm a Knicks fan. And that song reminds me of home." And that's the greatest thing about music. When somebody, whether they're from that place or not, it reminds them of what home means to them. So that's where Still New York came from. And Joey Badass is the man. I'm so glad he got to be a part of it. He's the other side of New York. So that's so cool that it was your ringtone. I'm honored. Thank you.
Yes, I mean that is truly a beautiful song. I mean, as you mentioned, it doesn't mean that, or I mean, you don't have to be from New York. Anyone from anywhere around the world can actually relate to this song, and it's about finding home, right? It's about going back home. It's amazing. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I'm so happy that I personally got to share that to you, Max. And
Thank you. I'm so delighted.
yeah, and of course, there will be more songs, more great songs from you, I believe. Okay, so anyway, Max, you've achieved a lot in your career, but if there was something that you wished for, or like an ultimate goal when it comes to your music and in the entertainment industry in general, what could this be?
I'm trying to get Dolly Parton on my next single. That's what's going down. I love
Mhm.
her so much. I love everything she does. I have this one song that's kind of country leaning, and I'm in the process of trying to get that queen on that record. I think she's just the greatest thing, and I'm so in awe of her. So it would be amazing to have her be a part of that song. And I love the idea of just performing live. That's really my goal is for all music. I have this picture right next to my bathroom, and it's just this picture of Lollapalooza in the United States, one of the best festivals. It just reminds me of that feeling. So my other goals are always just live shows. It'd be great to headline Madison Square Garden, but getting to headline that same arena we got to play in the Philippines for the first time. I always forget the name. It's what's it called? The place where Muhammad Ali had his big fight. It's
Uh, is that like, yeah, oh my gosh, I think I forgot
you know
about
it
that. But
too.
yeah, it's like this big What is that called? Yeah, you would like to perform there.
Great arena. That would be great. It would be, those are my biggest dreams. So cool. As long as I'm connecting with people, and live performance is that connection. So getting to perform in those spaces with so many, fans that really care and I feel connected to, those are always my biggest goals. Everything else, it's all numbers and all that stuff. That's all cool. But all I do it for is so that I can connect with fans like you and just really feel that energy. And it makes me feel the most alive. So those are always the goals. So I can't wait to hopefully do that soon.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for sharing about that, Max. And of course, we believe in you and your music. Okay, so anyway, what is probably like, of course, you've learned so much while doing music, while being in this industry. What is your message for aspiring singers and musicians who are starting out or who are starting off their careers?
I think the greatest advice I can give is truly trust your gut. You're going to know, you as an artist, what's right for you, and what's right for you may not be right for somebody else, and vice versa. So just trust that your path is supposed to be your path, and also just know that, don't give up on it. Just please don't give up on that dream. You got to take care of yourself in that dream, but like, you could be so close to getting there and just give up right before it. So just know that you might be at the place where you're about to reach that dream. So please don't give up. Do it for me. Do it for everybody else. And I hope that helps, because I wish that I always carry that with me. And it's important to take care of yourself and your dreams.
Oh, wow. Wonderful message for aspiring singers and musicians during this time. Okay, so anyway, Max, finally, what is your message to your Filipino fans? Any promises? Are you coming back soon? And what should fans watch out for?
Of course, sana all, always, salamat, all the beautiful phrases. I can't wait to, the first place I'm coming when it's safe to do so is Asia. I'm doing a tour in Asia. First thing with the music, new music, and Philippines is definitely on the list. I already have a show scheduled there, but I don't want to put anything into the world until we're a little more safe. So it's happening. It's going to be amazing. And I just appreciate the dedication and love and caring about the details. Oh my God, nothing makes artists feel better than when somebody actually noticed the thing in the music video or all those little moments. So just never be ashamed that that, and it makes us feel so amazing. So thank you for being so passionate and dedicated. I love you all. I appreciate you.
Okay, wonderful message, Max, for the Filipino fans. Okay, so anyway, before we end, Max, before I let you go, we are going to be doing a special part of our show. This is called the Star Fast Talk. Okay, I'm not sure if you've done this before, but you will be answering my random questions fast. Are you ready, Max?
Man, I talk fast. Let's go.
Okay, let's begin. Favorite song at the moment?
Favorite song at the moment? I'm going to say Butterflies by Casey Musgraves.
Okay, favorite BTS song?
Favorite BTS song? I'm going to say Fake Love. Even though it's a big single, I always just jam to it. I love it.
Yeah, I love that song too. An artist you would love to do a collaboration with in the future?
Dolly Parton. I said it before. I'm manifesting it. Let's go.
Favorite film?
Favorite film? I'm a sucker for a good Adam Sandler film. So I'd say just like a really cozy one of those, like Waterboy or something. I'm trying to think. Or, Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds. I'll go for Mr. Deeds. That's a good one.
Great film, of course. A song you wish you had written?
Song I wish I'd written. So many. They're outrageous. I would say I wish I wrote Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. That's one of my favorites ever. Or Purple Rain by Prince, of course.
Okay. A singer you would love to be friends with?
Ooh, a singer I'd love to be friends with. So tough. Oh my gosh. It'd be pretty amazing to be friends with Justin Timberlake. I'm such an old school fanboy of Justin Timberlake, so being friends with him would be pretty amazing. But Bruno Mars would be tight too, because we're both tiny humans, and I feel like we would just get along. We have a similar energy.
Okay. Favorite YouTube moment?
Ooh, favorite YouTube moment. Ooh, that's so tough. You were talking about the Kurt stuff, and it really brought me back to that first video I did with Break Even. The scripts covered song, and I remember being in that space and just being so, they like put too much makeup on me. It was just so, I just didn't, at that time, it was just so beautiful, just being so unaware of what I was getting into. It was just amazing, and I felt like I was on a movie set. It was so cool. So that's a very specific moment that I remember very fondly, that really started me out.
Yeah, that was a very popular video. Okay, who's the best vocalist of all time?
Oh, that's so hard. There's too many. I would say one of the best ever is Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. That's my boy, best vocalist, such an incredible vocalist. On the other side, I'd say Etta James. She is just a voice that's timeless. You hear Sunday Kind of Love, and you melt. So those two are two of my favorites.
Okay, a country you've never been to but would love to perform in soon?
Ooh, tough. Oh my gosh. Indonesia. I've never been to Indonesia. and I would love to perform there. There's been so much love, so I gotta get over there and give the love right back.
Okay. Who inspires you the most?
Who inspires me the most? My wife, for sure. She knows exactly what to say when I'm at my lowest, and she also knows how to celebrate the achievements at the highest and really take in the moment. So I appreciate her helping me be present and pushing me to be my best. And that I love her. I'm excited. I'm sure that our daughter will be just as inspiring.
Okay. Describe Max in 3 words.
Ooh, tough. All right, I'll say passionate for sure, energetic, and loving. I try to give as much love as I can, and I'm grateful for when I receive it too.
Okay. So passionate, energetic, and loving. Wow.
I'll
Okay.
take it. We'll throw yellow in there somewhere. I'll be lazy saying it.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Max, thank you very much. We are so happy to have you on the show, and I'm so glad to finally meet you. Of course, thank you again for being part of our show, for sharing your story, and of course for giving your Filipino fans a treat today. Of course, have a great night.
Thank you, Star FM. Gabby, you're the best. Truly. No, I appreciate you. You're just such a real one, and it just fills my soul when I get to meet real ones like you. So thank you. Salamat.
Wow. Of course, salamat, Max. That was Star FM exclusive Star Nation with multi-platinum recording artist Max. Of course, don't forget to like our Facebook page. That's 89.5 Star FM Baguio, Philippines. And of course, follow us on Instagram. That's Star FM 895. You can also follow us on Twitter. That's 89.5 Star FM Baguio. Once again, thank you, Max. And thank you to our listeners, our viewers. Once again, my name is Star DJ Gabby. And this is Star FM exclusive. Take care. Bye.
Later, Gabby. Killed it. Naimbag niya, bigat Baguio City. It's Max here, and this is my new song, Blueberry Eyes, featuring Suga of BTS on Star FM. Salamat.